Come on, go down. One's down. Awesome. Derrin, you got this. Nice. Oh shit, that was Derrin! Well, there he goes. Oh, fuck. Alright, we are playing Exanima. Exanima? We'll call it Exanima. Alright, Exanima is an isometric roguelike-esque roguelite RPG in early access on Steam. It's a game where you fight your way through these like labyrinthian maze-like dungeons, collecting loot and fighting bad guys and stuff. But this game has a really unique mechanic that is kind of sets it apart from other games and is a whole bunch of fun. It is the combat in this game and the interaction in this game are physics-based. So unlike other RPGs where you have animations for walking and for swinging a weapon and blocking, these are all generated on the fly through, I assume, inverse kinematics. So here we can see I'm moving the character around this starting area, and rather than having a preset walk animation, it's kind of like any game you've played with ragdoll physics, or things like the GTA games or the first Red Dead Redemption, I think, where they have like the drunk walk, where it's the legs are trying to keep balance underneath the center of gravity. Anyway, so the combat also is physics-based. And so there are some games I've played that are physics-based combat as well. This is a little bit different than any that I've ever played. In games that have physics-based combat, you might think you grab the mouse and swing it in an arc and the character will swing. And that's not necessarily how it works in this game. You have some basic actions you can take with weapons that are managed through clicking and different types of clicking and holding modifier keys. But the physics come into play in how you then use the mouse on top of that. So I can click and he'll swing from left to right and right to left. I can double click and he'll swing overhead, and I can hold down Alt and he will thrust. But these are pretty weak swings, and just like in real life, if you had something like a stick or something you're swinging in front of you, if you rotate your body, you can swing a lot harder. And we see here we also see the physics come into play as he kind of stumbles when I overswing, and he tries to correct his balance there. You can also step into your swings, which adds some weight to them. And that's basically how this game is played. Swinging as hard as you can. This game then takes into account a ton of factors. The velocity and mass of what you're swinging, how sharp it is, how pokey it is, how bludgeony it is, combined with what area of the enemy you hit, how hard did you swing it, were you well balanced when you swung it, is the enemy well balanced, are they braced for the attack, do they have armor covering the area that you hit. All of that stuff is calculated by the game, and that determines how much damage the enemy takes or how much damage you take. I just picked up this game yesterday and probably played about 10 hours right out of the gate. It's incredibly addictive. I had heard about this game about 2 years ago. It's been in early access for like 6 years, probably been in development for closer to 8 or 10. This game is what the developer is calling a prelude to an RPG they're making. This is just the dungeon crawling prelude, I suppose. We'll grab this weapon while we're talking. Yeah, it's been in development for about 6 or so years, but it currently sits at, I believe, very positive reviews at the time of recording this on Steam. I think that probably has something to do with the fact that the people that like this game are very fervent or very passionate about it. It gained some attention a couple of years ago, probably most notably when General Sam played it on YouTube and tried to get other YouTubers to play it and review it and talk about it, but it seemed like they got too much traction there overall. But it gets attention every once in a while from larger YouTubers for it being somewhat comical, especially when you don't know what you're doing. The character certainly can trip over things. Let's see if I can almost get him to do that there. And this can get both frustrating and humorous as you are trying to run around and fight, and like some little thing ends up messing you up. Of course, now I can't. He's got to trip over that. And you see I'm having a little bit of trouble there. But it is 100% not intended to be a humorous game. Sometimes people will call it like QWOP RPG or QWOP in Dungeons, and it's not really supposed to be that. The developer is clearly intending to make a game that has a fighting mechanic that takes a lot to master, and for sure I have not mastered it, so we're about to watch me die often and comically. But if you do take the time to learn it and master it, it is addictive. It is really incredibly immersive. Unlike any other like fighting game or RPG where it's like you're timing button presses to get them just right so your hitboxes connect, this really is you start playing this and you're thinking about the actual fight you're having, and so you'll see it, maybe in negative reviews people complain that the guy trips over every little thing, and that's not very realistic, but I would actually argue it is. If you tried to fight, if you swung a longsword in a pile of chairs, like, you're probably going to have a bad day. You need to make sure that you have your balance and your wits about you. There we see I get stuck a little. And so it ends up becoming, like, once you get into the game and get into the mechanics, it ends up becoming a really immersive game, because if I was going to battle in this room, I would need to think about my surroundings and make sure that I'm not getting pushed into an area that is going to be less than beneficial for me, and I might try to maneuver myself in such a way that wouldn't happen, where I wouldn't be stepping all over these things. Yeah, and that combined with the idea that you're watching an enemy swing at you, you're watching for when they make a misstep, and for when they trip, and for when they open up, and you're trying to bait them into swinging so they will open themselves up, and it just ends up being this like very like, yeah, there's no better way to say it. It's a very immersive fighting game, but it can be very frustrating. This learning curve for this game is a cliff. It starts at 0 and goes straight up in the air, but I would argue that when you reach the precipice of that cliff, the rest of it, it's not really that hard of a game. There still is certainly opportunity to fail, and fail comically, but it's not necessarily a unfairly difficult game. I've seen it get compared to Dark Souls on occasion, and I think it warrants that. It definitely takes some skill to play it. Again, noting I do not have that skill, so this is going to be watching someone fail often. But it takes a little bit of skill to play it, and it also has that kind of like dark, fantasy-esque elements that are trickled out through like tidbits of lore rather than a full story. There is lore in this game. You pick it up through like books and stuff, and collecting those books and exploring gives you XP, and that XP is global XP that you can carry throughout each playthrough. So when you do die and want to start over, you can start with the little bit of benefit of having just these clothes on your back, but also some, let's see, how do I get those up? Some skills and abilities. So I have Remise, which lets me follow a swing with another swing in the opposite direction. This is hugely important at the outset. I also have Security, which lets me keep swinging when I panic, and Deflection, which stops me from getting every little hit when I don't have great coverage. But when this clicks and you get into the zone, and it really ends up being that, it's a game that you have to practice, and when you do practice and you find yourself in the zone, it's like music. It's just kind of perfect. But you need to relax, take in your surroundings, focus, and not panic, which is something I absolutely do struggle with. I can be in the zone, but I certainly can be wildly and far outside of the zone. And that's when bad things happen. That's when you start tripping over things. That's when you don't connect. That's when you start having frustrating moments. But if you take the time to learn the combat, I have found that my frustrations only come from my own faults. I have experienced very few elements of this game that I go, that's a bummer, this isn't really fair. I would say those so far, the biggest so far with those are enemies have a tendency to clinch too often. and you just kind of have these two physics bodies just kind of wrapped up against each other, and it's very hard to keep them separate enough so either of you can get a swing. They'll step in too close for their own swing, and as you are all trying to maneuver, that can get a little clumsy, and you can get all stuck inside of each other, trying to get some hits off. There we see Ramai's. He'll swing 2 times with 1 press of the button. Yeah, the other one that I find somewhat frustrating is on occasion, not always, you stick to objects on the walls or these objects that are out on the side. And it might not happen here, but I'll for sure have it happen while we're playing this game, where he just won't get off of the thing that he's sticking to, and he's just kind of like, maybe his arm sticks to a wall, and it's just like a weird collision moment, and you can't get him to get away. And that can feel very unfair when you're being attacked, and all of a sudden your arm sticks to the wall. Which is certainly one thing if you're swinging and hitting the wall. That's how things should be. But more, which I'm sure we'll see as the game plays, that you get stuck to the wall. But therein, again, really illustrates a difference from this game and other games. I know Dark Souls has an animation when you hit a wall that your sword bounces off. But in this game, your sword actually hits the wall. So if you were trying to hit somebody who was over here and you swung and you hit the wall, it might not connect with them, or it might not connect with them at full force. But anyway, all right, enough about that. Let's go get into it. So yeah, everything in this game, like I said, is physics-based. You can move stuff around the world. To open doors, you click and pull on them. To move around, you kind of drag the character by the right mouse button. I'm right-clicking and pulling, and when that arrow turns double, he'll jog. You can also make them run by holding down shift. I mean, this isn't going to be a tutorial. I do not know how to play, but just kind of highlighting some of these things so what you're seeing makes sense if for some reason this is the first time you're watching or seeing this game. So you kind of pull them around the dungeon. You can move them with WASD, but even the developer themselves suggests you don't, because WASD movements are character relative. So I am facing the camera, but I'm hitting W, and he's walking towards the camera. But if I face the other way and I hit W, I will walk again, character relative. I turn right, I hit W, and he'll walk right. If I turn that way and I'm hitting W again. So it's not camera relative. However, when you go into combat, the character always faces this red cursor. This is my mouse cursor. And so then the developer recommends that you use WASD in relation to your mouse cursor. This is probably the hardest part. This takes a little bit of getting used to. But this would probably be my one tip, which I've seen other YouTubers give this tip. Immediately go into your settings and your controls and rebind cursor look to be space. And what that does is if I'm facing the wrong way and I hit the space bar, the camera will snap back. The camera will snap back behind the character facing the cursor. And this, I ended up picking up this game yesterday after being reminded of it by Splattercat, and I know in his game he said not to do it and to just get used to it. You should get used to it, but I would argue that this actually is a really good thing to have and to be used to snapping, because what ends up happening is you're swinging and you're spinning around, and just like in real life, maybe you get spun around, but you absolutely in real life have the ability to snap your head around and turn your attention to the thing that you want to look to, and this helps that. And when you're deep in the thick of it, it definitely feels correct. And if you find yourself in the habit of slamming that key too much, it does lock your cursor in place. I'm pulling my cursor back towards the character. It won't come back towards me while I'm holding the space bar. So that it locks your cursor in place up and down, but not left or right. So that will absolutely break the habit of holding down that space bar, for sure, because it is very frustrating trying to move the cursor down and not being able to do it. And you just have to get that muscle memory to not do it. In terms of getting that muscle memory, another suggestion is, if you watch this and you're watching other gameplays and you decide to purchase this game, you're for sure most likely going to want to go into the dungeon, and you're probably going to get frustrated. I would argue once that frustration happens, give it the minute you need to get over being frustrated, but go back into the game, go into the arena. There's a practice mode in the arena. Get yourself through the novice practice level without dying. Once you can do that, you're probably in a good state to go and play this game and face the enemies that are in this game. And like I said, I myself have done that, but I still am in a place where the things I'm learning aren't necessarily sticking yet. I have a little bit of muscle memory, but I certainly am finding myself getting frustrated or certainly spazzing out. But this game has this dungeon mode, which is pretty big. I've seen some negative reviews call it a tech demo, but it's probably a 40 to 50 hour tech demo if you're playing it carefully and trying to explore everything. There's a ton of content in this dungeon. There's also an entire arena mode that at first glance, at least, I didn't play it too much, seems to be really complicated, or complex, I guess is the word, where it's not just, okay, make a character, now you're going to go fight in an arena. No, you're making the manager of a fighting company who hires recruits and joins all these different styles of fights and different tournaments and things like that. So you fight and you make money and you buy gear and you heal fighters and you take them out fighting in different styles of fight and different tournaments and special tournaments and exhibitions and things like that. But in that arena mode is where you find the practice, and that is novice and expert, 2 levels of difficulty with different types of equipment. And like I said, that is absolutely highly suggested. But other than that, we will go, start checking out these dungeons. This game is absolutely beautiful. They just released an update where they had been working in beta for about a year. Apparently, again, I got it the other day. But they released all of the things they did in the beta for about a year into the stable branch. And one of those things was apparently completely rebuilding the render engine. And I will say this game is really, really pretty. All the lighting and the various effects that you see as you're moving through the world all look very beautiful. Another thing they added was procedural weapon generation, which I find pretty interesting and seems like it would make it somewhat enjoyable to keep replaying this game. And what that means is when you're looking in loot chests, not only will the weapons that are in there be procedurally placed in there, so it's not the same ones every time from a lot of weapons, but the weapons themselves are procedural. So it's when you find like a rusty short sword, it's not always the exact same rusty short sword. There's different elements to it, and because this is a physics-based game, sometimes those elements really matter. If a sword's a little longer or a little heavier, maybe it hits a little harder. I'm waiting to open this door because there's one last thing that is unique about this game. We're gonna open this door, and there should be an enemy in there. Yes, there is. But, and I just got stuck on the wall. Right there. It just happened. Not every enemy in this game wants to kill you. And there's a manual in this game, which is all written information here. In the manual, they note that there are actions you can take which will turn enemies hostile. Obviously, being in a hostile mode like this, they'll get hostile. And it seems like maybe if you bump into them or run too fast around them, sometimes they'll get angry. But for the most part, there are a whole bunch of enemies that don't want to mess with you. Man, this is not good. Ooh, this is not the best. I was really hoping to find some good armor in here. This isn't great. So this is the first example of procedural. We'll take the sickle. Everything in this game has various stats. They're represented by these pips, and they are represented by a description that talk about the quality of its make, followed by what condition it's in. And so this is a coarsely made sickle in reasonable condition. I'm not going to spend a ton of time in this game managing, doing any of this where I'm like, trying to figure out, is this one, because you're going to find a ton of stuff that's exactly the same, where it's like, this axe, because they're procedural, this axe is so close to this axe. We're just going to run through this game. If it looks cool, if it looks heavy, if it looks like it's going to hurt, I'm going to grab it. Otherwise, I will get bogged down in stats management, something I'm not good at to begin with, and certainly won't be fun to watch or for me to consider editing out later. We've got 2 loadouts in this game, primary and secondary. in that starting area, I grabbed this torch. You absolutely need the torch because without light sources, this game is absolutely pitch black. There is an opportunity later in the game to pick up a piece of equipment that negates the need for the torch, but we won't see that for some time. I myself have not found it yet, but I have seen YouTube videos that show its existence. So I just popped this wooden table like in my secondary. I don't really need it right yet, but whatever, we're gonna hold on to it. And oh yeah, we started the game with a scroll. This is our first bit of lore. This appears to be the final page of a letter. And assist him in whatever way you can. If all else fails, then recover any information he has gathered and bring it to me. There is potential in you. Succeed here, and we will find a place for you. Badly scribbled across the back of the page are the following words. There is another way out. All right. So I don't know if I was supposed to be the one who's out trying to get information from somebody, or someone tried to get information from me and then left me there to die, but is what it is. While we traverse, we will run around, and this is a really, another good example of there's just stuff strewn about all over the place, and I can move this stuff, maybe. There we go. Yeah, it can be a little finicky to click on things in this game, even weapons, because everything has a mesh collider. Like, there's no hitbox around this game, around this sickle. Rather, there is a collider that is exactly the shape of this mesh, of this actual object. So, like I could pick this up and probably drop it over my head with the rungs fitting perfectly, my head slipping through those rungs. But that also means, like, trying to click this thing, I can't click it in between the rungs because it doesn't exist there. It literally is exactly what you see. Oh, don't get angry at me. I didn't mean to do that. Don't get angry at me. All right. All right, like I said, I played about 7 hours or so, doing a couple of different runs. I did some of the practice, a tiny bit of the arena, which wasn't my favorite. Wait, there's somebody angry in here, so we're not going to go in there yet. Couple of interesting things. There is the ability to upgrade equipment through these magical orbs you find, but nothing we're finding right now will in any way be anything that we're interested in upgrading. But you do have that ability, so it is important when you find something you really do like or you think is worthwhile. Oh, this is extremely well made, it's actually worth upgrading that, whereas it might not be worth upgrading something else. High quality long knife in great condition versus my coarsely made crappy sickle. And here we can see, as an example, the knife has better slash, but like I said, I'm not really going to be comparing these a bunch. In this case, I would look at this knife versus the sickle and say absolutely. So the other interesting thing about this game is there's a companion in this game. So far, I've only found one, and I've seen a couple of videos of people dealing with the guy. We'll walk to a certain area and pick up a guy named Derrin, and he'll just come along with us. There seems to be some love for him in different YouTube videos. I have found him annoying, but I think it's probably because of how I play, and I'm not great at the game. He can get in the way, and it's one more thing I got to keep track of, like not making sure I don't hit him and kill him, and making sure he stays alive. There is permadeath for both him and me, so if he dies, he dies, and I have not been able to keep him alive for too long. So we'll pick him up anyway, and we'll see how long he stays alive, but I'm not going to have any particular attachment to him because I do expect him to not last too long. All right, so we got another chest with some... Oh, nice, we got a vest. Awesome. That we need no matter what. There are ingots in this game, and we're in this blacksmith area. It'd be really nice if you could upgrade your stuff like here, or do physics-based creation. I wonder if that kind of stuff will be in the RPG when they finally make it. I think I mentioned this is they're calling a prelude to their RPG, which is sui generis, which is just this, but it's not in a dungeon. It's out in an open world and has all the typical elements of leather trousers. We definitely want leather pants for sure. All right. Yeah, like I said, this game is beautiful, and like the level design, the set design within the levels, just fantastic. So really nice. Lots of games and RPGs have clutter, but the clutter in these rooms it really feels like I just missed the life that was being lived here. Like maybe it is gone by centuries. Are you gonna get mad at me? Don't get mad at me. Yeah. Like maybe this was centuries ago, but it seems like everybody just like vanished into thin air. I have a sneaky suspicion these zombies are the inhabitants of this place, gone dead. But you know, here we have a blacksmith's little work area, and it just really feels like a blacksmith would actually work here. And like over here is like a cooper area. It looks like they're making barrels, and all the tools they need to do it, and like laying out the work that they were in the middle of. And just like every room has that, like you'll find infirmaries and hospitals and bedrooms and classrooms and all these sorts of things where you're like, I know exactly what was going on here, even though there's actually no life itself in the room. Just really, really, really nice touches. You're the guy from the beginning, so don't get mad at me. There's no reason. We're all friends here. All right. I've kind of gotten turned around. I just went through here, so we'll go fight the first angry person. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna close that. I don't think they can open doors, and I've gotten in the habit of closing doors behind me. Is this the one I want to do first? Whatever, we're gonna go for it. There's somebody in here who's gonna be unhappy, and we're just gonna deal with that. But I would like to have a two-handed weapon, but I don't think I would be able to use a two-handed weapon in here. Anyway, just going a little slow, because they are going to come up, and they are going to be angry. There they are. Oh, Jesus. And so we let her swing, and then we step in, and we hit her. Oh, and we're stuck to each other, and I'm trapped. Got her. But not good enough. Alright, come on. Ugh. Nope, don't trip. Did I get her? Or no, she's just stuck in here. Ah. It's very scary in the beginning to fight because you have very little protection. And, yeah, I already took a bad hit, too. There we go. And I took a good hit. You have very little protection, and even the developer notes in the manual, like, don't fight in the beginning. It's suicidal. You have nothing. You're in cloth clothes, and you're getting bladed weapons thrown at you. But it does show us down here, unfortunately, I've already suffered some of the negative effects. The developer calls this a stamina bar. It acts a little bit more like a health bar. But it's not depleted by doing any typically stamina draining actions, running or sprinting or swinging a weapon. It's drained by taking hits that are protected. So you get hit in an area that is protected. It seems to be, at least. This is what I'm experiencing so far. You take a hit in an area that's covered by armor, and it drains that yellow bar. But if you take hits that the physics simulation determined would cause injury, you get this red creeping in from the other side. That's permanent. That is permanent injury to your body, and it depletes your overall ability to take protected hits in general. There are a handful of ways to get that back. There are health potions that are few and far between. As an example, I think there's one in this entire level. But the more coverage you get, the more we search around and find things like I have a t-shirt on and a vest, and now I have a tunic on top of the t-shirt, which is going to give me a little more protection. You'll be able to take more hits without suffering permanent injury. Okay, so I guess they can open up. Alright, the music means nothing. I have gotten terrified by that before, as the music picks up and they're like, oh no, I'm going to be killed. The music just kind of picks up every once in a while, so I think we're okay. A coarse hatchet in great condition. We're going to get that for the guy we're about to pick up. I guess for now, yeah. We'll keep our knife for now. We'll let him have the hatchet. which means we're not going to take this thing. In the beginning especially, I strongly prefer two-handed weapons. There we go. There, I'm stuck to the thing. Can't move. Perfect. There we get the idea. I definitely caused that myself by tripping over it and not paying attention, but once... Whoa! What? Those are really good. Mediocre pair of light leather spalders in extremely good condition. Huh. You don't usually see stuff like that till later in the game. Well, guess who's got spalders now? Alright. Oh, and a longer knife. Yeah, we'll take this knife over that one. It's got a little more reach, and that is important. This right here, we'll take it out of my hand. This, because the collider is the actual shape of the object down to the minute little piece, which is important. You would be incredibly frustrated in a game if, you know, an enemy swung, they were 2 inches shy of hitting you, but the hitbox just decided they hit you anyway. If you get clipped by any piece of this actual geometry, you are going to get hurt if it's swung with enough speed and hits the right area. And so something like this matters. I've got just a little more reach on that, so I'm going to take that. We like that. All right. Yeah, I think I was saying I like two-handed weapons in this game better overall, but in a place like this, completely not viable in any way whatsoever. So we'll be one-handed for a while, and what we'll probably do is make the decision to use two-handed weapons in places where there is natural light. All right, let's take a look in here. Oh, I honestly forget what's where. We looked in both of those rooms. We'll go down here first, I suppose. This is like a good example of a place where like I could use a two-handed weapon here. Are you gonna get mad at me? Don't get mad at me. Man. Okay, we're not gonna go here first. I think this area... Gotta be careful moving around these guys too, because some of them are calm, and then they get upset when you're like too close to them. We'll go this way first. I want to... There's a place where there's like a two-handed weapon. Oh, I think it's in here. Yeah, okay, cool. I want to grab a two-handed weapon for areas like this, where we have enough light, where we can see things, and sure enough, there is... whether the axe itself is procedurally generated... which it might be, because I don't think I've always seen something in such bad shape. Here. Oh. Each time I've run through this, the couple times that I have, there has been an axe there. So now we have a nice two-handed axe. Can I move this out of the way? No, it's too heavy. Can I walk it out of the way? Because this is prime fighting place. Ugh, that's going to be a pain in my butt. Alright. This person's going to get aggro, and I don't remember what's behind her, but there's definitely a chest over there, so we're going to go check it out. In one of the playthroughs of getting used to this, I had lamented to myself that these spikes that are everywhere in this castle are kind of disappointing because they do not cause any physical harm. And they're everywhere, and I'm constantly running past them and bumping into them. And then one time I faced this person, and they pushed me back, and I landed and impaled my head on one of these spikes, which was at once both incredibly frustrating but also hilarious, and like, okay, well, I'm actually kind of glad that happened, because these things should cause some pain. Alright, so she's going to get all aggro. We're going to go ahead and get this out of the way, because it's actually harder to fight her with this stuff in the way. Let's not block off my escape. Yeah, you can't move them, like, out of your way. Come on. Can I put you there? No, that's good enough. Whatever. Alright, we're going to step into her area. I'm stuck to the wall. Okay, scary. Oh. Nice. Was that enough? No. Got it. Alright. Oh, God. This is like... I am loving this game, but it can be incredibly stressful, especially in the beginning, certainly for me. All right, and she's got nothing of any value for us right now. Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna remind myself to stop doing that. She does have this hammer, but my goodness, the hammers, they hit really hard, but they swing really slow. And with the enemy's propensity to want to stand on you and get in your lap, I'm not going to mess with that. Fairly well-made gloves, in fair condition, extremely well in worn condition. We'll hold on to her extremely well. We'll grab these for our buddy. All right, very well-made leather tunic, which I am wearing a cloth tunic, but we'll hold on to the other one for our friend. So overall, glad I came down here. We'll switch back to our... yeah, there was another little example of, like, I got stuck on her, and it took a minute for the game to realize, like, okay, yeah, move faster than a slow walk. I'm trying to jog you, and he won't jog. It takes a second for, like, the legs to, like, catch up with what you're asking it to do. Well, we definitely want some gloves for our friend, so we'll drop these. Grab these. Oh, that looks like it's in... Yeah, we'll take that. That's for us. And for our friend... Ooh, a bill hook. I don't know that I've ever used a bill hook before. It looks slow. I will compare these for a second because I don't know. Huh. Alright, well, it's more balanced, more impactful, does less slashing damage. I'm gonna take it. If anything, we can give it to our friend as his secondary. You know what, for a second, we'll try it out for a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't lead to our demise. We'll give him that knife, and so we'll drop that. Alright, there's nothing else in here. We can continue on about our way. Head into this room. We will not be going into that door. There's nothing but a bathroom in there, and a very angry enemy in this very cluttered little terrible place to have a fight. I found that out the hard way, so we won't be messing with him. Extremely well made, and they're somewhat worn. We'll get these for our buddy. Alright. I don't remember exactly where our fabled buddy is, but we'll find him. We came from that way. We went in here. We came from down there. Let's stop in here. Did I go in here already? Oh yeah, that's the blacksmith's area that we saw early on. Oh yeah, so this is a really good example. This game doesn't tell you anything. It, like, literally nothing. Like, the first time I found what is ultimately a health potion, it's just like, oh, it's a bottle. It has a strange blue liquid in it. And I just clicked on it and accidentally used it. I didn't even know what it did. And it's not even like I figured out what it did after it did it, because health in this game is replenished at a very slow rate. So, like, if I took a health potion, it would take like a solid minute for that to crawl back up to the top. So it's not even like, it took like a little while when I went like, oh, wait, was that a health potion? Because I'm healed now. But here's another example. When I was first playing, I was just picking up everything, not knowing if anything was worth anything. What is that? Is it just a rock? That's a rock. And some things look like they're valuable. Like, there's a bunch of, like, glass pipes in this game and, like, other, like, weird little trinkets, and it just says, like, a trinket. But there's a compass over here. And you click it, and it's just like a brass compass, the end. But if you just put that in your inventory, down on the left-hand side, you now have a compass, which absolutely helps, at least somewhat, in getting around. There are also, like, nondescript, non-annotated maps in the game that you pick up and offer, like, little to no help. in terms of where you're going and how you're going to get there. So one of the dangers of leaving all these zombies wandering around is they wander. They literally just kind of go from place to place, and we're going to walk by him really slow. But they do have a tendency to clump up. And then once you're finally pushed into a fight, you have no choice but to like then fight 6 of them because they're all like bunched up together. But we do not have enough weapons or armor to fight anybody. There is a mace with a really sharp point on the end, but we'll leave that for now. And a poor condition, well-made shirt. And this again too is another example of like why you have to like, you gotta mess with everything in this game and like search. So I just moved that out of the way and I see there's a chest there. There's a whole bunch of that in this game. All right, light leather tunic. I have a really good leather tunic on. We had a cloth tunic. Just a tunic, it's just called. So we'll grab the best one of these. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Unexpected. Got one. If I can get enough distance, I want to switch my weapons, which I got. Good. Ah, shit. Did I get a hit? There's one. I'm really worried about other enemies coming. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay. Okay, I took an unprotected hit to the skull. I'm going to put our hostility down. Oh, man, my heart is beating. The problem with this is the more permanent damage I take, the harder this is going to get. So we don't want to take any permanent damage. We really don't want to be getting whacked. We have a vest for our friend. This jacket is not much better. Certainly not better than our vest. Our vest does a lot more coverage for piercing, crushing, slashing, blah, blah, blah. So we'll just leave it at that. Oh, boy. Okay. Did I finish looking in here? I was looking at vests. No, tunics. Coarsely made light leather tunic with some good coverages. And this one kind of sucks. We'll grab this one for our buddy, who I think is right here. Man, that was scary. And Derrin also, too, shows, like, my constant panic in this game. Of, like, trying to step around and not have a complete panic attack while they're swinging. But there's like a constant pressure, especially like I said with leaving these guys all hanging out, there's a constant pressure is as I'm maneuvering into more light and more open areas, I'm running the risk of one of them wandering in, and if they see me fighting one of their friends, they will get aggroed. Oh, let's not be in the dark. Okay, I'm so sure this is our buddy. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. All right, like I said, I'm excited to see him, but I have not found him anything more than kind of a pain. But we're going to take him anyway. That's how you talk. Who are you? I'm just a farmhand. Name's Derrin. Well met, Derrin. I'm Old Man Gamer. That's probably going to stick if I play more RPGs. It's like just spelled like it's ye olde times. Well met, Derrin. I go by Old Man Gamer, I think. You think? I seem to be having trouble remembering things. How did you get here? Can you get out? I don't recall. Wait, how long have you been here? Not long. I'm confused. I can't remember much at all. They really don't need the second. Reckon you got thrown in like me, hit your noggin, heard that can forget you stuff. Heard that can forget you stuff. They really don't need to repeat what I say down here since I've already seen it once, but minor nitpick. Perhaps I had a note saying there's a way out. I intend to find it. What about the dead ones? They don't seem to be very aggressive. I will try to avoid them. One of them chased me. I'll die if I stay here. Maybe we can get out together. Yes, maybe we can help each other out. All I've got is this stick, though. Are you able to fight? My da was a soldier. Tried to teach me some, but I wasn't much for it. What about you? Quite proficient, quite useless. We'll get by. That's about all I could say. We'll get by. Let's be on our way. All right. So, we can talk to him, which gives us these options. Wait here for me in case you're going to go somewhere dangerous. Most specifically, I found this is helpful if you're going to go somewhere where he's going to not be able to pass or get through, like trip and fall or fall off of something. It's best to leave him behind. So you can tell him to wait. You can ask him how you're doing. And he will tell you how his health is. He has like 4 answers, which indicate like quarters of health, I believe. And we can say, see our equipment. I will say, my other nitpick with this game is once I have him with me, hitting the inventory key should bring up both of our inventories at the same time. I have to, every time I want to see his inventory, talk to him and select, let me see your inventory. Just a minor frustration, but he's in my party. Hitting inventory should bring up all inventories. We'll give him... actually, I'm liking this bill hook. We'll give him the two-handed for primary. We'll get this out of your inventory. You don't need it. My understanding is encumbrance is measured by what's actually on you, and what's down here does not affect your encumbrance, although I believe there is a limit to how much stuff you can actually hold down here. So we will get you all outfitted, my friend. There we go. And we'll put in your secondary. Will be, you know what, your secondary, you're going to be, until we find a shield for you. Oh, you can't dual wield. Okay, interesting. I wonder if he levels up at all. You can unlock dual wielding, but it comes later. And I guess he doesn't have the ability. Let's see what we got here. A book. A detailed log of various materials being delivered and dispatched. The script and some of the spelling seems very unusual. What you assume must be dates have a format that you can't make sense of. Now I wonder if that's because we're illiterate. I left that door open and it's making me nervous. The more time we spend here, the more chance that someone... oh, nice. There is a quilted gambeson in here. Gambeson, a coarse padded gambeson in somewhat worn condition. We will definitely take that. Sorry, it's for us. I have seen some people play this where they prioritize keeping Derrin alive. Like I said, I have a lot to learn about this game, so we're going to prioritize keeping ourselves in good health for now, and hopefully Derrin can fare well enough on his own. All right, you got anything good? I doubt it. Well, you got some boots. Mediocre boots in worn condition. I think we're both in better things than that. And that is a cloth tunic, right? Cloth tunic. So here's another example of like search everywhere in this game. Right down here where you can barely see it, there is a little tiny key. And I can't zoom in any further. Let's make sure I grab it. There, I got it. I'm gonna put it in my inventory. And that little tiny key unlocks this door. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was another example of getting stuck. I was barely touching the table, so I couldn't glide across it. I was stuck to it. I'm sure I'll get used to that over time. So you double-click keys and then touch the door, and it makes that unlocking sound, which is actually very similar to the not unlocked sound, but there is a little bit of a difference. And we can go into this chest. Oh, nice. So I started out with really crappy... Uh-oh. Started out with really crappy gear, but we are quickly finding some good stuff. And that replaces my shirt, which I don't care about, so we're going to take that out. This is what the health potions look like, but there's nothing in this one. It says there's a residue at the bottom. Sometimes it says whatever's in there is evaporated into dust. Someone is definitely walking around near or in here. We're just going to check this body. This body has nothing. Let's get out of here. Okay. Here's somebody. Here's 2 people. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They clump up like this. I don't know if they're going to be angry, but I don't like that they're both in this room, clumped up, and trying to make their way closer to me. We're going to let her... She might get aggro with me just standing here. Okay, I thought I was blocking her way. She's going to get mad for me just being around here. Alright, whatever. I'm going to close this door so no one else can join her. Though I guess they can open doors, because I think someone did that before. Well, I guess she's just cursed to forever trip over these bodies, and we'll leave her to that as we get the heck out of here. I wanted to go in here, but I'm a little concerned. Uh-oh. What is that? Why are you making unsheathing noises? They do... Oh, there's nothing in here. This is the blocked door from the other side. I spent like 15 minutes trying to unblock that door, and then came out here and was like, oh, you idiot. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of angry people in there, so we're going to wait. There's at least 2 angry people in there, so we're going to wait until we have a little better gear, and maybe come back there. There is some backtracking in this game for sure, which isn't, you know, really a big deal. And it is for sure... as I said in the beginning, I believe, labyrinthian. I'm sure over time you start to really know what's what and what's where. And even after playing for like, I think 6 or 7 hours was when how I first played, started to get an idea of what actually is where. But, can you guys knock it off? By the time I made it down to the 2nd level, I was like, I have no idea where anything is or what I'm doing at all. Right out of the gate, we're going to give Derrin in his secondary... Primary? Secondary. We're going to give him this buckler. There you go. So he's a little better protected. And here is another example of pay attention to your surroundings, because there is a key. I believe these keys are useless once you use them. I mean, does it hurt to keep it? I'll keep it. The ones I've used to the left and the ones I haven't used to the right. We should be able to find like a pouch later on. What do we got here? A shirt. A waistcoat. You've got a vest, so we don't care about that. An exceptionally well-made, tough leather boots in somewhat worn condition. We'll give those to our friend who is wearing extremely well-made boots. No, forget it. You're good, my friend. Cloth trousers. And this. Dear Mathis, Alara has disappeared. Many have gone missing of late, but bandits in the area are not uncommon. Alara, however, does not travel. Why would they have taken her? I dread to think what they might do to her. I thought of a ransom, and so, I am ashamed to admit, I thought of you. But there have been no requests for ransom, just more and more missing. I assume news of these events has not reached Ardent. It has been long since we've seen a proctor. How am I to do, dear cousin? Will you at least advise me? Tessa. Alright, so somebody got kidnapped. I'm assuming this person isn't Tessa, but they are the ones that were... this is Mathis, I guess. Wonder if that's any relation to Mathis the YouTuber. Wonder if he's played this game. Seems like the kind of game he might play. Nope. Can't move that far. Yeah, there's some like weird, almost no rhyme or reason as to like... I guess you can only move stuff in your own like range. So I can't move this barrel, but I can mess with this. Oh, I don't even need to go in there. There's nothing in there, just 2 angry people. We'll leave them to their angry little lives. Alright. Oh, Jesus, do you look like you're about to get mad? So, one thing that I have seen is it does indeed look like... let's close this for a second. It seems like the ones that just hang out in rooms are guarding those rooms. Alright, we definitely have to go that way. But we'll check this room out first. Yeah, it seems like the ones that are just chilling in one particular place without moving are guarding those particular places. And they get angry pretty quickly when you get too close to them. Another buckler. I have not found a difference in any of these shields. It seems like once you have a buckler, that's it. There's no like worn or well-crafted or any of that. A sprayer. I can't imagine that does anything. It's weird. There are like little things that do random things. Like there's like brushes in this game and you click on them and they do something, but I have no friggin' clue what they do. So like I grab brushes when I see them, but at some point maybe I'll figure out like what it is that they actually do. What do we have here? A catalog exhaustively describing many common and unremarkable plants in great detail. It's hard to imagine why anyone would undertake such a pointless endeavor. Yeah, so I don't know if that's the commentary of my character just being like an illiterate, or maybe that's just the way of this world. Our start, you have when you start this game, you can create a character. It's kind of limited. You can choose a male or a female, set the hair, set the height, weight, how fat they are. But for example, once you find Derrin, you can unlock another start called a farmer. But if you play that start, you don't get to pick up you don't get to also get Derrin. You basically become Derrin. You don't start where you find Derrin. You still start in the same place, but he's no longer in this world. All right, let's go in and see how bad it's going to be. She has moved away, so that's good. Huh. Maybe she wasn't guarding. There is nothing in here, so I'm not going to take the bait of walking over there and getting someone coming up behind me. We'll at least attempt to halfway clear this area first. All right. We'll double check. There's no one around here. Famous last words. I just want to look in here. Oops. Seems like the kind of place. Nope, nothing. Yep. So you do need to check everything, but also, then the game is like, haha, made you look. Oh, there we go. See, my hand gets stuck inside. Kind of makes sense my hand would go in there, like, you know, based on how the geometry is and works, but like I said, it can sometimes be frustrating. Got to be careful with Derrin because he absolutely can lock himself out of things. Alright, I don't like the looks of that shadow that's out in the top right there, but we are... Man, that is the action of a person that is going to come attack you in a minute. Close that door with some fervor. And take a look in here. Do we have anything at all? Oh, there's a chest. I can't seem to move this out of the way. Ah, a chest with absolutely nothing in it. There was an iron bar, but we have better two-handed weapons, so... But yeah, you know, like I said, like you go into each of these rooms, and it's just like, they look so like realistic and interesting. And like you could imagine what life would be here. Like that's so cool. There's an S-hook, and I bet I could pick that up. I can, and I wonder if that's gonna... Oh, it didn't because I put it right back. So here, if I take that off, yeah, the barrel falls. But like, that hook was able to go inside of that handle. That handle is modeled with its hole. Like the mesh is exactly on the thing, and then it's hanging there. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I could imagine this being a pantry for something. There's probably a kitchen nearby. Oh, Jesus. Come on, bro. I'm better outfitted, but not enough that I feel like needlessly fighting with anybody yet. Can you get out of the way? Thank you. We shall find... Alright, we haven't been in here. We know that. Oh, those are the two... Those are the two guys. Oh, you know what? I know where we gotta go. This game, like I said, tells you nothing. So I picked up that key, that hidden little key. And all the way back in the beginning of the game, there are two doors. And you can now unlock both of them. I don't want to leave you walking around if you're going to get all pissy with me later. Alright, hold on. Now that she's walking, we're going to get a little closer. Alright, fuck it. You're not angry, you're not angry. I don't care. Oh, there she goes. Derrin, you did it. I made you do it, but you did it. Nice. Derrin, thank you. But, Derrin, how you doing? I'm good. Alright, I think he took a hit, but we have a well-made padded gambeson in somewhat worn condition. Below average. All right, we'll take the good one. Yeah, so all the way back here. at the very, very beginning. There are now 2 doors that I can unlock. I don't know which, if there's one better, and I should or should not go a certain way, but just random choice. We're gonna unlock this one. Anything behind there? No. Why does it seem like there'd be stuff back there? Alright, key I haven't used. No. Key I haven't used on the left. And there, I've unlocked the door. You know what I'm curious about? Let's see. Ah! Chef! Fuck! God damn it! Son of a bitch! Yeah, this game is like just shy of horror game, but it's lacking any jump scares, but it does have those moments where you're like, oh, God, you're right behind me, what are you doing? I do want to see if I can unlock this door, but I don't want to futz around with my inventory while this idiot's standing here. Let's get out of the way. Man, we're pretty well outfitted right at the outset here. I mean, we'd be a lot better if we were in, like, plate metal and stuff, but this isn't bad at all for the absolute beginning. Can you walk down here, please? Jeez Louise. Derrin? Don't annoy this person. Don't mind us, man. We're just minding our own business here. Alright. Let's check out both these keys. Oh, nice. I can unlock both doors. Alright, so they're unlocked. I don't know if it matters if I come back to the other side. I'll always have the key on me, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but Jesus Christ, come on, man. Here. That's for you. Oh, you bastard. Your stupid perfect pathfinding. Don't walk over here. Alright. There, again, I got stuck on the door. Thing, but it's fine. So this is a really great example, too, of like a place where you don't want to fight. It's like swinging greatswords inside a cafeteria. I am almost positive someone angry is somewhere around here. To the point where I'm kind of afraid to step in here and be stuck in this tight, confined space. Whatever, we're gonna do it. I don't want to be dicking around with my inventory in such a tight space. Oh, we do have good stuff though, huh? Well-made pair of light leather boots in fair condition. Man, I am side-eyeing that door. What is this? Oh, there we go. There we go. Someone's here. Alright, let's step out. Step out, see if you get all pissed off. Let's go over to you. No? Alright, how about we start by closing this door? That actually could be a good place to fight instead, but whatever. Come on, you. Oh shit, there's 2 of them. Fuck. Those are not good odds. 2 versus 2 is terrible. We need to be very much outweighing the enemy. Stacking the odds dramatically in our favor. Did both of them walk down here, or just the one? Alright, I think just the one. Let's see what you do. You gonna get upset? You gonna calm down? Yeah? Alright. You leave us alone. Oh my god. Derrin? Derrin, your own footsteps scared the crap out of me, and now I'm all discombobulated. Idiot. Alright, I'm gonna regret this, but Derrin, watch the door. Oh, God. Alright, we got a waistcoat. We're in... What are you guys doing? What do you... Go elsewhere! Go away! Mind your own business! Look at this. You're a creep. This is why no one likes you. Get out of here. How ominous. No, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Derrin, get out. Run. Don't fight them, Derrin. It's not worth it. Get the hell out of here. Oh my god, I can't get out of here. I'm stuck against the wall. There we go. Derrin, are you doing well? Did you just win? Alright, come on. Bring him over here, where I can see. How does that not count as a hit? What is happening? I can't hit. There we go. One hit. Run away. Don't chase them, Derrin. You see? Wow. Damn. That was good. How are you doing, though? Not good, huh? Oh, shit. Alright, Derrin, you're the man. Alright, let's see what she's got. Can we close that door while we do it? There was no reason for them to then get aggroed after I was standing so close to them for so long, such a long time. You need to be completely still to switch your weapon loadout, which is just like everything about this game is like, you better not panic. It's like, nah, I can't help it. I'm constantly panicking. Derrin, holy shit, bro. Did you knock both of these guys out? Oh, you're the best, Derrin. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. There's just like a glass pipe, and it does nothing. Seems like it should do something. Again, though, maybe when they make it the actual RPG. And there's like a whole game over here. With like these little, what they call glass counters. And then triangular ones. And then there's dice, which unfortunately you can't throw. I was like, can I throw the dice? No, they just, wherever you drop, they just stop. Because I was like, if I could roll dice, oh boy. Okay, that would be a ton of fun. We panicked too hard. I'm looking at you, Derrin. I stayed perfectly calm and composed. I only ran because you told me to. So I guess we'll finish what we were doing in here. Which is leather tunic. I've got a leather tunic, but you don't. Dare. So now you do. Oh, you did. Coarsely made and fairly worn condition. Fairly coarse and very good. Coarsely made and fairly coarse. I don't know. Oh my god. I'm hearing footsteps and it's irritating me. So there's also a whole like magic system. What do I have? I think this is sense mines. So I should be able to... Yeah, nothing... It doesn't work. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, now I can sense minds that are around me. So I can sense Derrin's mind for a short time. Alright, we've looked at all this stuff. I don't need any of this crap. They have a really interesting magic system. It's not like there's no fireballs and like you know, electricity and ice like daggers that you shoot at people. Instead, there's stuff like sensing people. Oh boy, sensing people's minds and calming them down. Which also making my character. I made this like dollar store Geralt of Rivia kind of character. He's just like old with gray hair and like that tied back hair that I think he has in The Witcher 3. Or maybe The Witcher 2 was. It might be fun to do like a Witcher themed playthrough and just do like two-handed swords, carry two-handed swords and like make a full character based on like the Axii. I think Axii's the one where you can calm people down. I was gonna look at this before I got scared. Well-made leather boots in worn condition that look like they do much better than what I'm wearing. Yeah, we are really finding some good gear. What is this, just a knife? Oh, it's a bill hook. Yeah, so I think this is part of it. Like, this is a bill hook, and this is a bill hook, but they're procedurally made to have different handles and different blades and different, like, tips and whatever, which is a really interesting mechanic. It definitely makes it worthwhile. It certainly can make happen what I'm endeavoring not to do, which is get overly obsessed with stats management. But it certainly can make it exciting, like in this particular playthrough, how I've found things I've never found before, like in the first level, I've got cool pauldrons on or something. Yeah, like why is this? There's just a black glass pipe. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think that I was saying that was like, maybe in the RPG there'll be like medicinal herbs you can smoke to like calm down. Oh, awesome. We have a silly leather cap. And yeah, so like, okay, we've got this brush, right? I put the brush in my inventory, and then it gets the use thing. Like, I don't know what it does. Does it clean me? Does it clean stuff? I don't know. Am I dirty at all? Does it say when things are dirty? I don't know if I used it and it had one use. I have no idea. Anyway. Fairly well made, very worn. I think we've got better than that. Let's see what's in here. God, there's so many bathrooms in this game, and I'm just going to stop looking in them because I've never found anything in any one of the bathrooms, and I'm just, like, rifling around in someone else's, like, poo. So I had never seen them open doors before, but I guess they do. I could probably stop closing them behind me, but maybe it puts a few seconds between... Oh, awesome. Yeah, this is it. These are tops of barrels. And, yeah, barrel lid. Okay, cool. There's one of these in the starting area, I swear to God. I should have grabbed it for Derrin, but... Derrin, you've got it now. There you go, pal. That should protect you nicely. Alright, we definitely want to go in here and get this. But, is there enough light in here? There is. But, oh my God. God, it caught me. No, I didn't catch. I didn't connect. There's a connect. Awesome. Man, I took a good hit too. Thank God not in the head. Yeah, it can be a little tough to tell if you're in range, at least for me. I'm still getting the hang of it, especially, like, if you go and sit and practice, you know, as you get deeper and deeper through the enemies, like by the last enemy, you're like a king. You're like, I'm the best at this. I'm in this zone. I'm like rocking people. But the breaks in fighting mean that, like, every time I get back to it, I'm like, oh my God, wait, how do you do this again? Well, so far I haven't taken any more permanent damage, which is good. Let's lock ourselves in here, because I'm terrified of everything. Slam doors in your face. Alright, let's see what we got. Consignment has arrived. I must find a suitable place and begin work. Finally, I can resume living with a vague resemblance of decency. I cannot stand this filth any longer. I've been living like an animal. I'm really wondering if these zombies are the people that we're inhabiting. Like, did he just become a zombie in here? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's another book in the corner. We'll read that in a second. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, yay! A cuirass. Which definitely is better. Offers more coverage. Yeah, we'll take this. We'll give Derrin my... Let me see your stuff, Derrin. Go. Ghosts. This book presents itself as nothing more than a collection of absurd theories on the existence of ghosts. However, there are parts written in a different tone. There is an innate power in the ghost realm. Unlike the physical world, it is not governed by the constraints of matter or the laws of physics. A ghost can conjure anything, any object or power they can simply call into being, much as we do when we dream. This, however, requires a keen sense of awareness of their condition, an understanding of their realm and their place within it. Most ghosts wander in a state of confusion at the mercy of the twisted thoughts and perceptions, but not all. There are those that have awakened or perhaps never slept. Never were in a dream. Oh, there are those who have awakened or perhaps never slept, never were in a dreamlike state. These wield great power. They can shape things in not only in the ghost realm, but within our own. Alright. So maybe there's ghosts or ghost-like things that can manifest reality. Well, I mean, there's certainly zombies, we know that. And I have seen a skeleton or two. Alright. We're going to put on our two-handed weapon. I've seen this person go both ways. Of being aggro right away. Nope, we're good. Alright. Oh, sometimes they get annoyed at Derrin. Derrin, you've got that effect on people, you know? I mean, I like you. I'm just saying, some people get annoyed. Alright. So far, so good. Oh, we've got bill hooks in here. I wonder if they're better than mine. I'm overall not the most fond of the bill hook I'm using. But... or bill hooks in general, I guess. Oh, this one has better balance. Good condition. Poor condition. What are these? Extremely crude. A mediocre bill hook in good condition. So this one has better slashing. Yeah, we'll take this one. Damn, Derrin, your footsteps are frightening. Alright. Can I open this door? I can. Interesting. Let's take a peek in here. Alright, we'll go in there in a second. We'll just take a look down the hall. Oh my god! Jesus Christ with those noises. Alright, well, we're not going to go in there yet. Pretty sure I've been down there. I don't think it's as bad as that sign makes it look. Alright, what do we got? Anything good? Nothing on the table, nothing in the room. What's in here? Oh, awesome, this is exactly it. Oh, also, I have... Nope. What is it? Okay. I can choose a new, ability. We have Remise. I'm interested in getting Riposte, but I think for now I might want to get something that lets my armor work a little better. I can move more swiftly under the weight of my armor. Yeah, we'll get that. Okay, so this is the only health potion on level 1. And luckily we do not need it right now. So we will try to pick it up. Okay, there, we'll pick it up, we'll put it in our inventory, and make very special care not to use it. Alright, well that's wonderful. We have a health potion, which I am going to try very hard to not accidentally click on. I feel like even if they can open those doors, it's a couple of seconds that it pauses them and stops them from... Nope. I want you out of my way. There. There you go. What is that, a seat? I guess it's a seat. Alright. Parchment. They lose the will to live without their bodies. They seem completely bound to their mortal shells. Is it just because of their lesser minds? I have attempted to sustain one with nothing left but the gods below. What am I doing? It's horrifying. Sometimes it is as if I suddenly wake to realize that I am fueled by rage, as if I hold these poor souls responsible for what has befallen me. So, alright, I'm just now wondering, is this, which I'm not going to click on, is this someone's soul that I'm devouring to... Like, is he saying... They lose the will to live without their bodies. I don't know. Deconstructing Humanity by Aldair Hanks. A medical book... I'm just going to keep an eye over there. A medical book on human anatomy, mostly complex... There we go. Somebody's in here. Mostly complex diagrams and surgical terminology. There are many underlined passages and circled diagrams in this section that deals with the brain. I don't know. I guess they took brains out of bodies. Maybe they took souls out of bodies. Let's head on over here. See if this person gets angry at us at all. I want to read that book, but I don't want to risk reading anything with somebody. A long list of people undergoing treatment of often grievous wounds. Many of the injuries appear to be bites and lacerations, presumably resulting from the attacks of some sort of animal. Or zombies. Or maybe not zombies, since they're all swinging weapons. Oh, another parchment. Oh, yes, awesome, a map. And this is exactly how insane this game is. This is the friggin' map to this dungeon. Okay, so, like, I don't know where we are yet. Hopefully I'll figure that out. Oh, we got someone coming. Let's get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Over here. Let's get our billhook out. Alright, let's go over to her and fight her in this light if she's gonna fight. Let's see what happens. Any anger? You gonna get pissy with us? You seem like the kind of person who's gonna get all pissed off. Oh my god. Dude, with your leg. Come on, don't do stuff like that. Can you go away if you're not gonna fight us? Oh, you know what I have? Interesting. I wonder why he's all blue and she's a bit yellow. Maybe that means she has the potential to get angry at us? Ah, shit. There we go. No, not that. How do I get out of this? No. Oh my god, I'm gonna hit Derrin. I'm getting hit with things. This is a clusterfuck I didn't want. Oh my god. Alright, there was no... I accidentally talked to him, and there was no way to get out of talking to him. Alright, awesome. And this is what I was talking about. There's like little containers in this game that you can put certain things in. We'll keep our keys in here. This might mean we don't need them, because if I click on this and try to drag it in there, I can't. Also, what is this? This is my map. I need my map, definitely. Did someone walk into this bathroom? Is that what I just bounced off? Yeah, I think there's someone in there. Oh my god, I'm tripping on the wall. Yeah, okay. There's someone in there. You can stay in there. I don't know why you walked into the bathroom and closed the door behind you, but is what it is. Maybe you wanted some privacy. Oh shit. Are you gonna get mad at us? I mean, because we're going in there. I guess not. Oh yeah, I've been in this room before. I cannot express how disappointed I was that I can't open these. There should be bodies in here. Huh. A room with absolutely nothing. Seems unlikely. Seems like I'm just missing something. But, is what it is. We won't fret. Onward, Derrin. There's much more treasures for us to find. Well, we were in there because we killed that person. Which direction did we come from? See, this is why the compass is useful. I don't know if we came from the north, but let's check the south. Oh yeah, no, we haven't been in here. I don't think. Let's go check it out. What do we got in here? A little bathing room? Nothing? Derrin, come on. Oh, a scroll. And a heavy leather vest. That's gonna be for you. Oh wow, it's actually, no, mine has better coverage. I like coverage. But you, Derrin, how about you take the heavy leather vest? Yeah, for sure. There you go. I like how it accentuates your bosom. Alright. Parchment. I think my illness has worsened since coming here. I often feel confused, as if battling conflicting thoughts. My temper keeps getting the better of me, an aggressive trait I never knew I possessed. Perhaps it's simply a response to all that has happened. Even so, it scares me. I don't recognize myself. I must make a greater effort to maintain my composure. So, we're not going to use our health potion either yet. We're going to wait until our health is not doing well. I don't know how much health that's going to restore. But I used one of those once before, that particular one that I found, and it seemed like it restored a whole heap and helping. We'll take this pouch as well in case there's other things we want to hold on to but don't know what they're for. Alright, let's see what's in here. Oh shit. There's two dudes in there. And is one of them already angry? Ah shit. Here we go. Nothing. Come on, go down. One's down. Awesome. Derrin, you got this. Nice. Oh shit, that was Derrin! Well, there he goes. Oh, fuck. Into the light, friend. There you go. Ah, fuck. Right to the face. Oh, another hit. Can you get out of the way? Oh my god, I can't. Oh, Derrin, you got back up. I'm so proud of you. There we go. Man, that took a lot. And had a fair moments of panic. Alright, how bad are you, Derrin? Oh, not that. How you doing? Not good, but I can keep going. I mean, I feel like we're gonna need this. Oh, Derrin. I don't know. I'm not making the decision right now. This might be a good place to stop. You know what we'll do? We'll loot this whole room, the room that we just opened, and that'll be a good place to stop, and we'll make a decision when we come back. I'm not ready for that stress. What were you fighting me with? A bedpan? Man, fuck you. Man, I cannot believe the fucking square hit to Derrin's noggin. Like, oh my god. Oh, you dropped your axe also. Yeah, everybody drops all their shit when they die. So let's pick this up. You know what we might do? We might keep... No, we want you with your, shield. Man, the fucking serious blow to the back of his goddamn head. Thought it was the zombie. Sorry, Derrin. Alright, that was the last room we had to check out. Oh, there's a book. Awesome. Get out of my way. Dusty old logbook. You bastard. Don't make a book just a book. What is this? It's nothing. Nothing. Yeah. If books are important, don't make a book just a book. Okay. Let's step out in the main room. And, oh my goodness. Oh my god. Fucking idiots. Is there anything back there? Can I see that? That's just a... Alright. Well, there we go. I think that hilarious travesty. We're so sorry, Derrin. Look at your face. Oh my god, it's all a disaster. This is probably going to end up being yours, Derrin, but just not at this exact moment. But I think this is a good place to call this. I'm fairly well sure I'm going to come back to this, so subscribe if you want to see more Exanima, and we'll be back next time.